It has become one of the most anticipated lists of the year. The Joy 150 with Chude, chronicling the 150 most interesting people in the culture in 2024. Here are my co-hosts, Temisan Emmanuel, one of Nigeria's biggest podcasters, actor and influencer, and incidentally, a former associate producer on this show with Chude. D to the O-T-U-N, radio host, OG, and pioneer when it comes to the hype, tradition, and sector in Nigeria. Also, former schoolmate and friend of almost 30 years, Dotun is with me today. Finally, I'm so honored. Icon, legend, OG before the OGs, before the IG, Ego Boyo, who burst into the limelight with the hit series Checkmate and movies including Violated, 30 Days. Oh my God, she doesn't do interviews. And when she said yes to this, I felt like I had blown. Ego Boyo is with me today. Welcome to the Joy 150.
Come for me.
Hey guys, it's not Chude, it's Temisan, and today I'll be co-hosting Joy 150 with Chude. Well, I know that you guys were expecting me to be part of the Joy 150, but it's been many years now. I've been on that list. I don't really care anymore. So today we're going to talk about the people who are very interesting in 2024 alongside Chude. Chude, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for having me too on your show. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
And I'm loving these shoes.
Thank you.
I'm coveting them.
My only designer shoe I get. So.
All right, so we're here to talk about 50 of the people on the list. Yeah. Some you may know, some you may not know, but we're gisting as we are going.
I think I knew a couple of them.
Yeah. First on the list is the table shaker, Reverend Abel Damina.
A force, a fire. When I saw that his videos trending online, I'm just like, Dr. Abel, I get it. They might not get it, but I get that you are so radical about this gospel.
Yes.
With Nigerians, you have to ease them into it, small. You cannot just give them the full truth like that. But I really like him. I feel like he's one of the people who, understand the gospel, preaches the gospel, and will stand for the gospel anywhere. Or however radical the approach would be, but he would,
Yeah, it's amazing actually, because I always say that Abel Damina, in 2016, I think I told you this story. 2016, I was going to be an atheist, tired of Christianity. I thought there was too much rubbish, and it was stumbling upon his messages on YouTube. That just made me think, okay, now exactly this is what I'm talking about. And I saw him for the first time last week. So
for the first time?
For the first time. I've gone, when I'm in Uyo, I'll go, but the Sunday you go to the church, he's not preaching because he's traveling. So the first time I've interviewed him on WithChude, but first time he was preaching at Kingdom Life in Trem this week, and I called them, I said, you know what, I have to be there. Even though I got there late, or just 15 minutes, but it was fire. The whole church was vibrating. I think he's a radical, and because of him, a lot of things that people in the church were afraid to say, they can now say. And the people that we were afraid of.
that's why I like him.
Yes. He has demystified a lot of people and things that we were afraid of.
Yeah. One of the favorite quotes that he has is like, who told you cannot ask God questions?
Yes.
I saw that message, the comments under the YouTube, like, can you question God?
Yes, and it's even amazing because he's preaching from the Bible.
Yes.
So people are fighting, even though he has quoted it in the Bible.
So, I'm saying that, so this Bible, what did he preach for us? Where was this part all along?
Yes.
Because when he presents it, it's facts.
It's facts. It's the Bible. Ira Star.
I'm obsessed with Ira.
I'm actually surprised you've not interviewed Ira.
I was supposed to. I think she has been traveling a lot.
Yeah, she's the kind of person that...
Yeah, before before she started traveling, I think we were supposed to do something together.
Right.
I actually really like Ira Star.
Yeah.
I think that in every generation, there's one pop star that
Yes.
God just releases into the system.
Yes, a real pop
I feel like she's
star.
been preparing for this moment.
Of course.
She's practiced for this moment.
Of course.
I don't know whether they teach them, whether they don't teach them.
Yeah.
I also think that the grooming from Maven
Yes.
also helps.
Yes.
But by herself, she can hold her own.
Yeah.
And I think that she's going to blaze the trail. Like, I feel like she's going to be here for a while.
For a long time.
I feel like she'll evolve. She's not even 25 yet.
She's not 25 yet.
Chude. Me, if you say a young one, I say a star. So the songs, the hits, the dancing, the fashion. I feel like she's also evolved.
Right.
I don't know if it's a Hollywood influence.
Right.
I feel like over time she now knows who she is as an artist. The style has changed. I feel like the association with like maybe other Hollywood stars has rubbed off on her and shown her who she's supposed to be.
Right.
Shout out to her on the Grammy nominations.
Yeah.
The one before this one,
Yeah.
and I know she was excited about it. But I feel like there's so much time on her hands to do amazing work.
Things.
So yeah, I'm rooting for Ira Star. If Ira Star spits on anything, I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
The choreography is mad.
Yeah.
Just even putting us on the map. Like before now, a female musician was not allowed to be themselves like this.
Yeah.
That feminine, she's selling feminine in the way that I want it. I love it, right? Before now, if you two dress one kind of call you say you be a shower. They will talk to you be a shower for blog. And the women before now probably feared all of those comments. Also, some of them had married early.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's just right.
Yeah.
Ready to take on life, does not care about your opinion. That skirt will be short. It will almost be showing her, but that's what she will wear. But then again, there's also a crop of Gen Zs who are obsessed. That's their queen.
Yeah.
Because that's what they know.
Of course.
So I think that she's just perfect for the time that she's in.
Yeah, totally agree with you. Another thing you were saying, you're right. The industry punishes women.
Yes.
The industry is harsh on women.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are people, one or two women have paved the way. Tiwa had to fight that system, and push back against that system.
Yeah.
And so that made it easier for a person like Ira.
Yes.
But like you said, Ira was made for the moment. So it's one thing for someone to make it easier, but somebody needs to still step into the space. Next is Chef Chioma Adeleke. I wanted to put, if there are two words, I don't know if some people come from me, she won.
Yeah.
She won. They said all kinds of things, and it's something in this life you must learn to win and walk in silence sometimes. It's not, you must just learn when you are in a place where silence is the best way to approach it. If I attacked her, called her, people judging other people's choices is a real problem.
That's what social media allows.
It's a real problem, You don't know what a person wants to be in the world. You don't know what a person is going through in the world. You just sit in your house and decide, this is what you should do.
Oh, your life is falling apart.
And so, she got to be celebrated, in her wedding this year. Her husband has celebrated her. She just looks beautiful. She looks happy. Look, for me, she's a fave.
I think that
she's a fave.
Chioma is a testament to the fact that, as I said, if you stick it out,
yes, yeah,
I respect it. I understand a lot of people have reservations about Chioma, her choices or whatnot. But growing up, women like Chioma will be celebrated where I'm from. So that the wife will stay with this. In fact, if my granny ever met Chioma, she could say, now the wife of Davido old age, this girl will stay in town.
Yeah.
Because she stayed.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak on things that happened before. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not in my place.
Yeah.
But to just see that, I think she really loves David.
But
because I'm trying to think of what would make somebody stay.
Yeah.
And I feel like also the family loves her.
Yeah, of course.
Because I've hung around like some of David's cousins, and I see when they speak about her.
Yes, that's exact. I didn't want to, because I've heard it secondhand.
Yes.
I didn't want to say, but yes, that's what even makes her a fave. I've heard
she's
the
a
way.
fave.
This is not a weak woman by any chance. This is a deliberate, intentional, strong person.
You saying weak? Let's talk about it. Let's go there. You will think.
Yes.
That walking away is
a strong thing. No, that's not always it. Next person, Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze get wala. But let me tell you, I'm born again. We are born again Christians, and we respect our fathers. Yes,
especially
the greater the father, we respect them. But we also know that they are flawed, And this year, Pastor Deboye comes and apologizes for saying that people who don't pay tithe to go to heaven. That victory belongs to Daddy Freeze.
Not that victory belongs to Daddy Freeze.
It belongs to Daddy Freeze. Because Daddy Freeze was the one that ignited a national conversation about tithing. I may not like his methods, I may not like whatever, but do you know what it means? Do you know how many people thought that they will go to hell if they don't pay tithes? Somebody says somebody is life-changing. Do you know what it means for somebody to have done a campaign that frees up a person who thought, I don't have money, but I have to pay this tithe
my first fruits,
because I want to go to heaven. And I'm talking as somebody who has been paying tithe since I was 20. I've never missed a tithe, but I've always known that it's a lie. It has nothing to do with heaven. What is happening here? And so Freeze, unlike, so some of us, like, some of us don't have the character to be fighting in the public.
We're raised in church, so
leadership. Yes. So
I think I would never, I don't know if maybe the situation has to be very serious for me to come out and publicly speak against the pastor or anybody.
Yes.
I have my reservations about a lot of things and pastors and the things that they say, but I know good for myself.
Yes, exactly. And
go
ahead.
What I think Freeze has done for the people, however controversial and radical, is he has started the conversation.
Yes.
Freeze, Freeze might not be as Christian as some Christians, but he reads the Bible. So logically, I know you don't read the Bible with logic, but by the help of the Spirit, but he has brought out the thing to us to say,
yes.
This is what he said now. So how can it not mean to you what he's saying in the Bible?
Yeah.
Because the problem with Nigerian Christians is we don't read our Bible.
Yes, we don't. Troublemaker Okpeyemi Famaki.
Speaking of the devil.
Okpeyemi your life.
Okpeyemi thinks that I have a thing against him.
Really?
Because we went to live together, but I don't have anything against Okpeyemi. I feel like we just were not close like that. Like I think I was in a conversation and I said something that got back to him. So Okpeyemi came hot. A fighter.
Yes, came hot.
Okpeyemi came to me like, Temisan, I know what I've done to you. Can you go? But because I don't have, I'm just like, what are you talking about? But because he's who he is, first change for me, clear me.
And they moved on.
Yeah, moved on. So every time we see that, we're cordial.
Yes.
Yeah. But I would have to say that Okpeyemi would not back down from a fight.
We never.
If I need a soldier to go somewhere with me, say, no, go fight these people. Now Okpeyemi will carry. Because when a whole community, when a whole tribe is coming for you,
and you
the next day you will still come back to me.
Yes.
I stand by what I said.
And I love his work ethic. He can do like 5 videos in a day. He doesn't overthink it. It's like, what's the worst you are going to do? Come for me. I will give it to you.
That's so crazy because he's evolved so much, even with the backlash, even with, people are saying, where does he get his qualification from? The thing is that, first of all, people like food. People are interested in food, right? And I don't think that the large community of Nigeria, or the population of Nigerians, are looking for somebody who went to Le Cordon Bleu or to Paris.
These kind of things annoy me. If you want people that went to law or wherever, go and follow them. There's no rule in this life that for you to be influential, you have to learn it.
But you know what I think about Okpeyemi? I think Okpeyemi intentionally tries to be controversial.
No, that one is not that one.
Because sometimes I'm just like, Okpeyemi, you need to do this.
But I think he's also having fun.
Okay, that's
so true. If this is what people want, I will give it to you.
I'm not looking at it like this. So.
Yes.
I think that when I'm in my room worried about the comments that are coming to him, it's probably the laugh you see.
I think so.
You never know anything.
Tomorrow that's coming tomorrow, I'll give it to you hot. And he calls himself #1 food critic in the country.
That's what I was going to say. Like I feel like my respect for him comes from the fact that he's the first in his industry.
Yes.
I don't know of any other food critic that was there before. There were other people who would go to restaurants, critique.
But he owned it as a pathway.
Yes, so it's a brand.
Yes, he's built the brand. And anybody who's coming after him has him to thank, because once you say you're a food critic, we understand what you mean.
If you say you're a food critic, we're first thinking of Okpeyemi.
Okpeyemi, yes. Thank you so much for joining me, Temisan.
Thank you for having me. I had so much fun doing this. I didn't think I was going to have this much fun.
Yes, I knew we were going to have fun.
Yeah.
Sure, I knew.
No, we're not always just, but this was really nice. And I like the list, the quality of people on the list.
Yes.
I mean, just good people.
Thank you so much for joining me.
How are you, man?
We've not seen each other for over a decade. So those who don't know, Dr. and I went to the same high school. Mayflower School in Kenya. So we've been friends since
a long time.
Really long time.
We lived in the same area around
Ijesha. Yes.
And we're also seat partners in secondary school.
Yes.
For our final exams.
I remember.
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so we're here to look at the list. 50 of our names of our Joy 150.
Yeah.
Let's go. Aliko Dangote.
Well, the thing is, I tell everyone sometimes it's necessary to try and break even.
Right.
And if you're going to be a businessman in Nigeria, you must be tough. You must have a lion heart.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I respect about him. His doggedness, and sometimes you're trying things that people would never really imagine. Where people have their own reservations when they talk about it. Oh, they say monopoly. Every time his name pops up. But the truth is, like I said, the fact remains that I'd rather a guy like that, that's somebody who does certain things and you're not giving back to the society. I mean, like I said, if I'm going to get it a bit lower, I'm not saying I'm not making excuses for that, but the fact is, he's a businessman. However way you want to think it, you're going to look at the best way out. Yeah. So I think what I like about him is his resilience and the need to try.
The need to try. He didn't need to do this. Absolutely. He didn't need to do this one.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine whichever way. So.
As a matter of fact, not just him, the whole family will be fine.
Yes.
Yeah, but he tried.
Right? Bimbo Ademoye.
I'm going to say that and I laugh because Bimbo is one of the most infectious actors that I've ever seen. She is, she has a top. I think with her is the energy she exudes.
Yes.
It's also something it resonates in everything she does.
Yes.
Her movies, where she comes. Yeah. And the thing is, I like the fact that she can play a lot of roles now. You can't box Bimbo.
Yes.
She can be Sierra.
Yes. Whether it's bush woman, Egba woman, whether it's sophisticated, she can do it all.
Look at what she did with the new Abini B movie. She just acted one with Mrs. PJ.
Right, I haven't seen that.
That's a good one.
Right, fantastic. But she's always good.
Absolutely.
She's always good. And then she has her own YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
High quality movies. Incredible. Amazing. David O.
David. I like to call him David.
Yeah.
David is, recently I was talking, I said something about his birthday and I said, I like to see people differently from what everybody thinks about them, based on their music. We focus more on the music, but I focus more on the persona.
Right.
Because David, he has a big heart, and that's his strength.
Yes, yes.
I think he has figured that out.
Right.
And based on the things he has gone through, he's someone I feel like he might have given up and say, I don't want to be nice to anybody.
Right.
But I think he's one of the guys who has the biggest heart for what he does, his music, the passion. And for every time you try to knock that off, something comes up.
Yes.
He has a discography that is huge.
Yeah.
You can never knock David off.
Yeah.
David is the example of what anybody wants to become. You know that they're going to tell you you're not going to do it, and then especially with all the trials and tribulations he has passed through as a young kid.
Yes.
I feel like I would not really need to do much of what he had done because I feel I'm fine, I'm okay. And look at his brothers. They're all working and doing the right, don't know what they should be doing. Listen, I got to be different.
Yeah.
And he has really used that in the right way.
Yeah, absolutely. And Brain Jotter.
Brain Jotter, I know this is going to be funny. Everybody keeps tagging that we kind of look alike. The dyed hair, Sometimes I said I'm going to surprise him one day and do maybe just something really nice at the skin, and I'm going to wear the same outfit. Maybe that way. But people always say we look alike. Yeah. Brain Jotter is like a Charlie Chaplin. The way I look at Charlie Chaplin, where you never really say anything.
Yes.
And then
it says it all. Your face says it all. Your body says it all.
Nothing.
Yes.
And just few words.
Yeah.
So he's one of the best comics that I've seen.
Yeah.
Aside them speak without even saying anything, just their energy, their persona, their aura.
Yeah.
Can crack you up. And the fact that he's breaking boundaries, like recently what he did with going to China, and he's influencing, taking it to a whole new level. Yeah. I think I love that about him.
Yes, he's shown the fullness of what influencing can be. Charlie Poppy.
Charlie is, that was one of my most, the interview that I had.
Right.
I could count the number of words he said on my radio show. He came and walked in, And he knows he's one of the biggest things.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think he embodies that. He
Yeah.
feels like he doesn't want you to get in his head.
Yes, yes.
And that's what he had done, and he was able to build a whole community of people that want to be like him. What Charlie did is that he represented where it was coming from, used the way and how they actually communicate, and made it into something.
Yeah.
Now, Charlie also is one of those breakthrough stars
Yes.
that created something absolutely different from everybody else.
Yeah.
And he embodied it. And I think that's what I love about him.
Yeah.
His music, his style, and he's the only one that makes music like that.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the only one that makes music like
Yes,
that.
yes.
I think the first time I ever saw him, and when he came on my radio show, I was in awe. He never said so many things, but for one, things he drops, is very powerful. I saw him as a really crazy guy, but I love that about him.
Right, Tems.
Tems is so it's ironic because I like the idea that that people you've met while they were picking this thing up, and I shout out to the likes of Shudem Camp. There are a lot of people we knew with that team from Budge to Odusi to Ajebota.
Yes,
that there was an Alter family.
Yeah,
but you see, Tems was completely out of the box.
Yeah,
and in a space where you see that we have just very few women who are given that chance. A style, a style to who she is.
Yes, her vibe. Yes,
her vibe. Yeah. You put Tems on a song, just know that song is a hit.
Yeah, the guy is a pioneer when it comes to the hype industry in Nigeria.
And who's that?
D to the O-T-U-N.
This is where I cross my legs.
I'm telling you, let me tell you, that's why I was hoping that you said yes, that you found the time to do this, because I wanted to surprise you with
really? You know what the thing is?
Yes.
I was on this show to talk about everybody else.
Yes, you thought knowing that we're going to talk about you.
So you caught me wrong.
I got you.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you created an entire industry, so to speak. Like, when I was sharing with my team, because it's the team that I shared the list with, they're like, Dotun has to be there. Like, he has been doing this thing for so long, and that you are still doing it at the highest levels.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
It's all to God.
Yeah.
And I always tell some people this, it's very easy to say you've done it by yourself. I think for me, there was nothing special about me. Now I'm at my prime. And then, the people I worked for and did it for, they're not here. And but it's a beautiful thing. I keep going.
Yeah.
The truth is, I also have to give respect to people like Special Spesh. Special Spesh was the first guy who started hype when he was with Mo Hits. And then you see he's still Davido's hype man.
Yeah.
I saw that. The only thing I think I'll put to my record is I commercialized it.
Right, yes.
Made it look larger than life.
Yes.
Made it more beautiful.
Yes, mainstreamed it, made it easy for people that spend money to understand it.
Exactly. And convince a lot of people and family that you can grow and you can take care of your family with this. It's not a career.
Yes, it is.
There is no club, no pub, no restaurant, no country in the world you will find a hype man.
Yes.
So, and shout out to some people like, Memphis Bleak. The person I respect the most is Split Star. As a guy, he's always behind Busta Rhymes and Lil Jon.
Right.
Those are people internationally.
Yeah.
But here, the truth is, I like what he has done for a lot of young kids, and I wanted to make it larger than life. I wanted to be the post boy, knowing that I can go out, open a door, and say, "What do you do?" I'm a hype man, and I'll be proud to say that.
Yes.
And I see now it's putting food on everybody's table.
That's what's happening. You did that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me, Doctor. It's good to see you again.
Thank you so much.
We still have to do our interview, but it's not your time. It's not your time.
The time is not right yet.
The time is not right yet, but I'm looking forward to that conversation.
Thank you so much, Chude, and I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
He was the first guy that in my set at the time that had the bonus to write a book, and they forced everybody to buy it.
Before I left secondary school.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And I know today is a busy day for you because Saturday is you guys. But thank you for joining me.
Thank you, man.
Linda Ikeji. You see, these days when everybody, it's only what they see that's relevant. People don't know that Linda Ikeji continues to be the #1 blog in this country. And that of a certain generation. Maybe not Gen Z. Generation is still the first point of call. When I meet another person, I want to put something on a blog. Say, can you put it on Linda Ikeji? and to still be relevant, to still be on top, to still be doing it. And the Instagram page is a force. Ruth Kadiri, the queen of YouTube, the visionary before the others saw it. I watch a lot of Ruth Kadiri movies. Like, I even watched one last week. Yeah, her YouTube films. She's a YouTube juggernaut. She is focused. She is resourceful. Her work rate is 100%. Sheun Okimbaloye. This was the year of Sheun, wasn't it? Sheun Okimbaloye has had hit interview over interview. Wike comes and quarrels on the show. Then what's the name? The Fubara comes and quarrels back on the show. Then Adams Oshiomhole comes. Then this one, Undube comes. Sheun, when it comes to political interviews, Sheun is the king of the exclusives. Funke Akindele.
Oh, how can we not know her? In fact, we were talking about her as well yesterday.
Right.
Talking about I think we're talking about marketing strategy.
Right.
And someone was like, look, that strategy, she always seems to know what to do with her films.
Yes.
Because usually you would say, take your film and hand it to a marketing and public relations
guru.
firm or
Yes.
guru.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she does that, but she also has a great idea of what she wants to do. And she does it very well.
Yeah.
So, from Jennifer to now Everybody Loves Jennifer, which is coming out this year. This December.
Yeah. Incredible. And the interesting thing is that, most of these ideas and most of the execution come from Funke herself.
Exactly.
So I said to her, she needs to open an agency because people need to learn from her.
Yes.
And also it's the fact that when people go to so the marketing is great. When people go to the cinema, they look at the film and think, that was an enjoyable film. So she's not cutting corners on the film because she's trying to focus on the marketing. And the fact that she's done this 3 times in a row shows that it's not a fluke.
Yeah.
It's Sumola Mo.
Oh, Mo, of course. Mo. Yes, Mo.
Yeah.
Phenomenal work.
Yes.
She just keeps bringing it. This year for her 6th year, I was teasing her the other day. I said, can you have any more parties? Like, it's enough. It's enough. And then she put something else, and I was like, I told you these parties were ongoing. What is going on? You're going to have a party every day.
Yes.
But what she's been able to do, what she continues to do with film, with television, and just being in the face of media.
Yes.
And she's done very well.
She's done very well
for herself.
And this year she released her 2 short films.
Yes, she did those 2 short films, which are now on Apple TV, which is great.
Always pushing the envelope.
Always pushing
the envelope. Mr. Macaroni.
Yes.
Tell me.
So what had happened was I will admit, I am not a skit watcher.
I'm not surprised.
People send me sometimes and they're funny.
Yeah.
But that sort of over physical, especially comedy, is not my thing. I like more of an intellectual, sort of comedy. But what won me over was not even his comedy.
Right. Yeah.
He's a very good actor.
Yes.
He's
really
actually
good.
A very good actor.
Yeah.
And I saw him in 2 films recently. I saw him in The Legend of the Vagabond Queen.
Right.
And I saw him in Freedom Way, both of which went to TIFF.
Yes.
And I hadn't seen him in anything prior, apart from his skits, which are actually quite funny. There's some of them that I had seen. I hadn't seen a lot of them. He's not a very physical.
Yeah.
He's not one of those very overly physical actors. So I hadn't really paid attention till those 2 films.
Yeah.
And then he spoke on a panel at AFRIF and just, it was very nuanced, very, very sensible, contribution that he had made. And again, the thing is, when you see a lot of skate makers, especially for me, old hand in this industry. I'm sorry, I judge. So I'm not. In fact, I'm not even going to say I'm sorry, I judge. I do judge. And I saw that he was one of us. He's a theater arts graduate.
Yes.
So I mean, me being, snobbish. I admit, I was being snobbish about it, but when I found out he was, I was won over immediately.
Yes.
So sorry.
Yes. No, he's I'm so happy for him.
But he's so good. He's
so
actually
good.
such a good actor.
Yes.
He's also very. I didn't see that whole macaroni.
Yes.
I saw the characters that he was playing,
Yeah.
which is what you want anyway.
Which is what you want.
And he's a trained actor.
He's a
and
trained
I can
actor.
tell.
Yeah. And that was the
Nice.
last name on the
Oh,
list.
nice,
Thank you so
nice.
much for joining me to do
Well,
this.
fantastic. Your list is incredible. Yes.
Thank
yes,
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for
know,
having me.
Am I?
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're very
Yes,
welcome.
yes.
You're very welcome.